Welcome back to 5:30. We mentioned that Maryland Senate race, but there's another high-profile one playing out in Virginia, where incumbent Senator Tim Kaine seeking a third term, but Republican candidate Hung Cao thinks he has a shot at unseating him.
Fox 5's Tisha Lewis live from Chantilly from Hung Cao's Virginia election night party. So far, it seems as though the room is pretty much empty at this hour, but there's some time here, Tisha.
Yeah, we still have some time to go, so it's officially open to the media. I know we were here last hour when it hadn't quite opened to the media just yet. It officially opens to the public in about an hour. You can see it's an empty room right now, but I guarantee you that's going to change in just a matter of moments. Again, this is the election night watch party headquarters for Republican Senate candidate Hung Cao. Now, I have to say anxiety was high for many of the voters that we spoke with that are watching and waiting. That's exactly what they said. Again, we are here at the election night watch party headquarters for Hung Cao, and a busy election day for both candidates. Let's take a look. This is how Hung Cao started his day, taking his mother to the polls this morning, seen here in these snapshots with her at the assisted living facility Ashby Ponds in Ashburn. Cao calling this, quote, the American dream come full circle. His team here telling us he's spending the day visiting polling stations. Again, we're told that Cao voted early last Wednesday in Leesburg. The Cao camp also says the retired U.S. Navy captain, who served 25 years in the military, has been, quote, barnstorming the state for the last 4 days, visiting 12 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. Cao is pushing to unseat Tim Kaine, two-time Democratic senator and former running mate of Hillary Clinton in 2016 elections. Both candidates have debated once, just once. Cao is primarily focused on border security, illegal immigration, and protecting jobs from tariffs on foreign goods. Here's some folks that we spoke with just moments ago.
It's very exciting. It's amazing to be here in this city at this time. I think it's going to be an incredible race. I'm really excited to see the outcome.
I'm very anxious to see what the outcome is going to be. I think, I've seen, a lot of people that are going to vote both ways, so I don't know, I'm just
waiting and watching.
I'm waiting and watching. I went and I got up this morning, I went and I voted, did my part, and now I just sit and wait and let everything else happen.
I've been very anxious about this election day, just to see the outcome, so I'm glad it's finally here, and very nervous about the outcome also.
And the folks that we spoke with say that sentiment is across the board. Meanwhile, Cao's team says the most recent polling data shows that the gap between Cao and Kaine is narrowing. Meanwhile, this is Cao's second bid for office after an unsuccessful run in 2022 in Virginia's 10th congressional district. He says this time is different. Cao is backed by former President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, we are told that about 200 folks are expected to arrive here tonight. Cao will arrive a little bit later this evening. Meanwhile, we're told that he has continued to visit precincts throughout the morning and also the afternoon into the evening.
All right, Tisha, from Chantilly to Richmond, where the incumbent is hoping to keep that Senate seat. And that, of course, is Senator Tim Kaine. Sharon Roger in Richmond tonight with the latest from that watch party. Sharon?
Yeah, guys, we are at the Hippodrome Theater in Richmond. This is where Senator Kaine is kicking things off for his campaign. This is also where he started his re-election bid. This is a historic neighborhood of Jackson Ward. There's a lot of excitement outside of these doors. It's empty right now, but the media is set up. In just a few minutes, they're going to open those doors. They're expecting a full house here. Senator Tim Kaine is running for a third term. He is a known name in Virginia, of course. He was a former governor here in the state, former lieutenant governor, former mayor of Richmond. I want to show you what he was up to earlier today. He already voted, but he went around to about 6 polling locations, thanking supporters, thanking volunteers, thanking election workers who have helped him throughout this campaign cycle. Now, the latest 538 polling average shows Kaine up about 11 percentage points over his Republican challenger, Hung Cao. I spoke to Senator Kaine a short time ago. He tells me that he is confident. He's excited about the energy that he is seeing surrounding his campaign. He's excited to have potentially a good night tonight. It is his race to lose. I also asked him, what is the driving force that is bringing Virginians to vote for him? Take a listen to what he said.
I have been everything from a city councilman up to a U.S. senator, and there's not a single zip code, county, town, city in Virginia where I haven't delivered a result that has made a difference in people's lives. It might be a an infrastructure project or rural broadband, funding for a hospital, funding for an education program, work for our troops or our veterans or our military families. And so people know that I show up for them and that I stand up for them.
Now, Kaine has largely out-fundraised Cao. Of course, money is not everything in these races, but it can be at least one indicator of enthusiasm. Certainly, Tim Kaine's team thinks they have that on their side. I also asked Senator Kaine, does he have any election rituals that he does? He's been in the game for some time now. He told me years ago he used to vote early and then go take a hike just to relax his nerves. Now he's voting early, going and thanking poll workers and supporters, but also whoever's campaigning with him, he gets them an energy drink or multiple energy drinks because he knows it could potentially be a long night. For him, his favorite is Dr. Pepper. Of course, Virginia polling closes at 7 o'clock, one of the first in the nation, so we will see how quickly we can get those results. Guys.